All right, guys. Got Jermaine Carter joining us to answer questions y'all have for him. Please use the raise hand button if you know you have a question for Jermaine. Jermaine, can you hear us on your end?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, perfect. All right, let's go to Jonathan Alexander for the first question.
What's up, Jermaine? Hope you're doing well, man.
What's going on?
Nothing much, not much. How was yesterday being able to get that start and to play as well as you played yesterday?
It was something I had prepared for, the past couple of weeks. I've been watching a lot of film, just being prepared for whenever my opportunity was to come. And I think yesterday I did a good job of doing that. Like I said, I prepared. I watched a lot of film throughout the week, just preparing for the game. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the start or not because, obviously you never know. And I was told the day before, and I just took advantage of it.
Let's go to Mike Solarte for the next question.
Thanks, Preston. Hey, Jermaine. Mike Solarte, Spectrum News 1. Good to see you.
Good seeing you. How you doing?
Good. First one I have for you. Who's your shoe artist?
With my shoe artist, his name is Ryan, SR Customs on Instagram. Yeah, he did those custom City Hornet cleats for me. I wasn't able to wear them in the game. I probably would have got fined, but I did wear them in pregame.
Second of all, when you go in and take advantage of your opportunity, did you kind of went into that one Sunday maybe knowing that Tahir was going to be limited at best? I mean, how did the coaches present that to you?
Like I said, I wasn't really aware, because we all took reps throughout the whole week, and that's kind of how our practice goes. We all get our reps and we all rotate. So like I said, it was I was actually told the day before the game that I would actually be starting, and like I said, I always prepare every week like I'm going to be the starter. So no matter what, I watch a lot of film regardless of if I'm going to start or not. So just so I can be prepared for moments like that. You don't want to go into the game being unprepared. So that was my biggest thing.
Let's go to Josh Klein for the next question.
Hey, Jermaine. How was there one play specifically yesterday that you felt like maybe you're most proud of, or summed up your preparation and your readiness for the game yesterday?
Well, it's a lot of little things and little details that you can't get into, but I think it was the second play of the game. I had a run fit, where I knew exactly where I had to be and when I had to be there. It was a play where I had to check two different gaps, and just do my job. And I did my job at a high level, and I was able to get Adrian Peterson down on the ground.
Coach Rule talked a little bit about your progress over the course of the season and how much you've bought into the system. What does that mean to you to buy into a coach's system like that?
Well, it means a lot because, every coach presents different things and they want things to be ran a different way, so you just have to get used to those things. And, with the 3 down front that we played is something that I've never played. I've never played anything like it, so it takes some adjusting, takes some time to adjust, but like I said, with those practice reps and just watching a lot of film, it helped me be prepared and be ready for when my time was to come.
Let's go to Joe Person for the next question.
Jermaine, you are not, like an overly big linebacker. I think it's fair to say, but where does your size maybe kind of work as an advantage to you at all in some of these matches?
Well, it definitely works to my advantage, because I'm able to slip under a lot of taller guys. I'm like you said, I'm not the tallest guy out there on the field, but I'm definitely not the weakest, so I'm not easy to be tossed around. You can't just toss me around and things like that. I know how to use my body weight. I know how to lower my center of gravity, and I think that helps me. Like I said, with my size, I'm able to slip some box that like bigger linebackers aren't able to, and that's just something I've always had to do my whole life, because like you said, I've never been the biggest guy on the field, so I had to learn ways to get around blocks.
Jonathan Alexander for the next question.
Jermaine, I'm curious, what do you think about Brian Burns' progression in year 2 and his role on the scene, what he's been able to do this year?
I think he's tremendous. Obviously he's a great player. He's a great athlete. I don't think there's too many defensive ends in the NFL who can drop into coverage, play coverage, play it well, and not just out there doing not knowing what they're doing. He actually knows what he's doing out there in coverage, and then go on third down and go sack the quarterback. You know, that just speaks to how great of an athlete he is.
Let's go to Elena and then Luke for the next two questions.
Hey, Jermaine, I was curious, you mentioned that you're playing in kind of a defense that you necessarily haven't done a lot of before. How long does that take to learn a new defense? And do you think that's why you guys have had some issues over the first few games and think you guys are getting comfortable with it now?
Well, I can't really speak for other guys, you know, but for myself, it was something that, like I said, I've never played. When I first got into the league, you know, it was more so cover three, you know, stuff like that, you know, just running just simple defenses, things that you've already done in college, you know, so it wasn't as hard to get used to. But like I said, I've never played the 3 down front and I've never done it before. So like I said, it's taking some getting used to, but I think it's coming along. And I think a lot of guys, like you said, they are starting to understand it.
And did you feel like when you got out there yesterday, I know you put a lot of prep into it, but was it like a comfortability now? Maybe, I know you played a lot against Kansas City as well, but like just getting more comfortable in that scheme and with this team?
Well, I will say it's never really been a time this season where I was on the field where I wasn't really too comfortable because, like, yeah, it's a different defense, but at the same time, you still playing the same similar coverages as you've known in the past, you know, and that's just how I look at football, and I try to connect the dots to things that I've learned in the past, and I think that helps me a lot.
Hey, Jermaine, Luke Liddon here with WFMY News 2. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate the time. I'm sure we all can agree going through adversity teaches us a lot about ourselves. And during that 5-game losing skid, what do you think you and the men inside that locker room learned most about yourselves that ultimately enabled you guys to be able to get back on track and get a win this Sunday?
I think we learned that once we correct ourselves in the little mistakes that we make on our own and we don't beat ourselves, I think we all learned that like we can be a pretty good football team. You know, we just got to make sure we don't make those simple mistakes. You know, we got to get off the field on third down and just things of that nature.
All right, we have time for one more. Josh, did you have another question?
Yeah, I was hoping that you could talk a little bit about your relationship with Mike and Al Holcomb.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, it's just like any other player coach's relationship. You know, they're here to answer any questions that you need. You know, they can call them. They're accessible at all times. You know, and that's what you want from a coach. You know, whenever you have a question, you want somebody who's eager to coach. You know, you don't want a coach who's soft on you. You know, so I appreciate that I have coaches that are hard on me and they push me because that's what I need, and it just brings out a different type of mentality in me. I can't even explain it.
All right, guys, we got to let them go. Jermaine, we appreciate it.
I appreciate you.